Makina, Teriyaki's amazing, okay? Like, you can't knock that teriyaki. Uh, Unless you're fucking knocking what is it? The new craze. Well, the new old craze, the Szechuan teriyaki sauce that everyone's freaking the fuck out about killing each other over because that's just fucking stupid. Thanks, Rick and Morty. Thank you for causing this, I guess. But then again, anyway, I think a single pastry is more than enough of a snack. Unless you want Amine balling you out when you can't eat dinner. In the first place, I'm not too enthusiastic about the whole snacking concept. Eating outside your scheduled meal times throws off your body's rhythm, and you can contribute to deterioration and overall physical condition. But snacks are great. If at all possible, I'd like to teach this girl not to indulge herself except as an occasional reward. Also, if you eat too many of those things, that round little face of yours is gonna get a whole lot rounder.
丸っこく見えるってだけで言うほど丸くないのよ。
It's really not like it's more like a oval with a point. Oh, I reach out and pinch Makina's puffy little cheeks between my fingers. Her skin smooth, but sticks tenaciously to my fingers, almost like an infant's. You can tell just from squeezing her face that this girl's properly nourished, no doubt thanks to Amine's nutritional management. Well, the girl's got not a fighter pilot or anything, so I suppose putting on a few extra pounds won't be any problems. She needs it. She's growing, even though this is probably her max growth.
ライエットロカ保有液
I'm still doing this. Her cheeks still pinch between my fingers. Makina mumbles some variety of question. I tilt my head in puzzlement. Something about a 22 gauge riot? Never heard of a crowd control shotgun with such a strange barrel size. Some new Western model?
パパは太ってる子嫌いダイエットした方がいい
I mean, if you're asking me, I like when a girl's like thick, but not like, obese. But I think that's honestly most people. Not saying if you're obese, it's not bad. I'm just saying, like, society demands, I guess. Society's stupid, man. What, a diet? Well, there's no need to force yourself to lose weight unless it's posing some inconvenience or health risk. I mean, look at you. You weigh like nothing. I could pick you up with one hand.
でも下っ腹がぽっこり出っ張っているのはちょっと気になるのよさ
This is not the first time she's actually brought this up. She brought this up during her the scene in the beach, and she still doesn't have some. You're all flat because you haven't developed your abdominal muscles. Want to try some simple training with me to get started tomorrow?
おおそりゃいいアイデアなのよさ
Oh, good lord. Training with Makina, huh?
いいですね。よろしければぜひ私も参加させてください。
Fuck it. How about all of us just train together? Also, when did you sneak up on us?
おそっち
She's just like, I've been waiting.
お帰りなさいませ、旦那様、お嬢様。
Well, they've really just been doing that stupid ass meeting that made me want to kill myself. Holding her bamboo broom at one side, Sachi bows fervently. Master?
はい、私、マキちゃんの使用人ですから。
God damn it, we're taking this thing seriously, huh? Oh, we're still doing that, are we?
おうさっち今帰ったぞ
お帰りなさいませ、お嬢様。お風呂になさいますか？お食事になさいますか？それとも私？
Why do all, like, servants or maids end up saying that in anything?
うまいじゃ
Oh, I should have figured Makina would take that up.
おたわむれを
Well, you two sure get along. Well, Sachi and Makina have always been friendly, of course, but for some reason, something seems a little off today. Can't quite put my thumb on it, but Sachi seems oddly tentative, almost. They're squawking and messing around like always, but somehow Sachi's treating Makina a little more gingerly than usual. It feels a little artificial somehow, like I'm watching a play.
いいではないか、いいではないか。
You little strumpet. God damn it, Makina.
あれマキちゃん本当に脱がせてパンツ引っ張っちゃダメ脱げちゃう
Oh, well, this is actually happening. Oh, I should probably do something, but I'm not gonna.
サッチンはええ子じゃ。おとなしゅうしとればすぐ済むけ。天井のシミば数えちょればええ。
Why is Makina being all rapey now?
なあ、ええじゃろ。綺麗なベベも着せちゃる。学校にも通わせちゃる。ぐへへのへ。
You can't even take care of yourself. What makes you think you can take care of a little baby? Well, this is happening. That's far enough, old perverted man. Did we just like grab her by the scruff of the neck? Yeah.
本気で殴られた。
Listen, you get hurt every once in a while. Well, I figured I needed to stage an intervention before you did something you'd live to regret. And you, Sachi, how about fighting back a little? Look, your underwear's completely off.
すみませんお見苦しい姿を
Not that I mind your underwear being off. I don't need
ビラビラが見えちゃったな。
flappy flaps. That's what you call it?
ビラビラというほど型崩れは起こしていませんし全然恥ずかしくないです本当です嘘じゃないです全く気にしていません
I'm just gonna say this. I'm pretty sure Sachi has a well-toned. Never mind.
ご希望がございましたら日を改めてじっくりとご鑑賞いただける時間をご用意いたしますが
Sachi, you're just, thanks for the offer, but I think I'll have to pass. Same as it ever was, huh? Was it just my imagination after all? Nope. Or so I thought, but now it's Michiru's turn. Oh, good lord, that's just who I wanted to see right now.
ほらマキナ、あんたが読みたがってた漫画貸してあげる。は？いいの？悪いね、デドリヒ。誰がデドリヒよ。お菓子食いながら読んでベタベタにすんじゃないわよ。
Oh, it's gonna happen.
ありがとう。大丈夫。すぐ読んじゃうから。
Like straight up, that she's gonna be eating that candy during the manga reading. Good as to her word, Makina drops herself right down onto the lobby sofa and begins flipping through the manga, swinging her slippers loose back and forth from the tips of her toes. What? You need something?
私はあんたの娘に漫画を貸してあげたんだよ。なんか言うことあるんじゃないの？
No. If she wants to say something, she'll do it. She's her own person. I'm not her dad or anything. Sure. Thanks.
ちょっと、ありがとうってそんだけ？
Oh my god, Michiru. Just... What else do you want me to do? Fuck! You want me to just... Go... I don't even know anymore.
別に、あんたが私の頭撫でたかったら、撫でてもいいんだからね。
What? That's literally what I was thinking.
勘違いしないでよね。別にあんたに撫でてもらおうと思って漫画用意したわけじゃないんだからね。
Oh my god. This fucking girl! I don't quite follow the logic here, but I think I get the general idea. When I casually reach out towards Michiru's head, the girl twitches like a startled rabbit and quickly takes a defensive posture. What kind of incoherent thought process leads you to ask for a pat on the head, then try to ward it off? Ignoring Michiru's tense body language, I grab hold of her cranium like an NBA player seizing a ball, then proceed to roughly scratch my fingers through her hair. Appreciate it, Michiru!
Mm.
、 This isn't what I wanted.
うん。
This isn't what I wanted.
あ、勘違いしないでよね。別にあんたに撫でてもらおうと思って漫画用意したわけじゃないんだからね。
Oh my god. It's not like this is the first time Michiru's acted strangely, but once again I felt something slightly off about her behavior this evening. And it's not just Sachi and Michiru. Now, normally, Sakaki excuses herself post-haste the instant Makina's in the vicinity, but for some reason she's staying put today. Sakaki, my friend, what brings you here?
おかしなことを言うのね。私がロビーで本を読むのがそんなに珍しい？
Well, no, but Makina's here. Don't you just dip? No, not really, but normally you'd flee once Makina arrives.
騒がしくなると落ち着いて本が読めないから席を外すだけよ。逃げているわけではないわ。それに。
Sakaki shoots Makina a glance out of the corner of her eye. The girl sitting quietly on the sofa, knees folded in front of her, relentlessly moving her eyes right and left across the Michiru's manga.
本を読んでいる間はイリスさんも無害だし。
It's like, yeah, she's not doing anything. God damn, that was quick. But we already know you didn't even read it. You just fucking, like, analyzed it and put it in your databanks. That was fast.
ね、チルチル、これの続きは？
I think Michiru just left. Or she's probably still here. Michiru's not around anymore. I gave her a little pat on the head, after which she squeaked, "Bye!" and ran off at a sprint for some unknown reason. Probably back to her room, I guess.
もう読み足りないのよさ。たい焼きしかり、漫画しかり。今日は何かと不足しがちな日だね。
Well, excuse me, Missy. You can't get everything you want in life.
仕方がないわね。だったらこれでも読みなさい。
You're actually giving her a book too? Oh boy.
お、何？また BL？
またって何よ。私だっていつも BL を読んでいるわけでは。
God damn it.
じゃああれか？主人公のパッとしない女の子が不自然なまでにイケメンにモテまくるやつ？
そうよ。今日はそっち系よ。嫌なら読まなくてもいいのよ。
Holy shit. Yumiko, you read some of the best things.
読む。ボンプが口開けて待ってるだけでイケメンが寄ってくる怪奇小説読まして。
That's the dream.
その口ぶりには釈然としないものがあるけれど。まあいいわ。読ませてあげるから静かにするのよ。
Hi. Hey, Skaki. Tell me something.
何かしら。
What is this, BL of which you speak? Don't ask these questions.
それは、
Oh my god, just do it. Ba 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 ba.
うるさいわね。読書中は静かにしなさい。
I'm just curious. I'm left out of the loop. What did I do this time?
BL2 はあれよ。男の子同士で爽やかにイチャイチャする本のことなのよさ。
Thanks, Makina. I should just ask Makina all the questions. Like, she's smart, so... Ho 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 ho!
説明しなくてもいいのよ。
Oh, yes, she did. She's my little sweetheart, ain't she?
ユミちゃんはいっつも面白い本を読んでるのよ。この前借りた犬の本とか面白かったのよさ。
Dog book? Dog book? Like a photo collection of puppies or something?
ちげえのよ。犬が主人公の小説なのよさ。犬の視点でお話が書かれてて、軍用犬としてわざと植えさせられて育てられた犬のお話なのね。
God, that took a turn from the dark. I don't like this.
最後はちょっと感動するのよ。
Oh. Like Makina says, Sakagi's taste in literature is more broad than you might think. Even though now I'm still surprised by the stuff I find picking through her leftovers. But at any rate, They do say military dogs have to be constantly starving for something. Can't be relied on otherwise.
でね、勲章をたくさんもらって退役した軍用犬が普通の家庭にもらわれていて、最後はその家の女の子をかばって。
ちょっと本のネタバレはマナー違反よ。
I'm fine with it. Only spoil if someone's okay with it, which I'm not.
あ、そうか。ごめんよ。
Yeah, Makina, what if I wanted to read that book one day? Hmm?
あなたはそっちでおとなしく本でも読んでいなさい。
This is like reading time with Yumiko. I
まったく。
I'm a little surprised.
何が？
You? Seeing you have a halfway normal conversation with Makina.
私だっていつもいじられているばかりというわけではないわ。それにあなたが思っているほど私はイリスさんを嫌っているわけじゃないのよ。
I was under the impression you actually didn't like her at all. I see.
まあ苦手だというのは否定はしないけれど。
Oh, everybody does once in a while. She's a special one, that one. Sounds complicated. Seriously, though, what's going on? I have the distinct feeling every one of last of our classmates are being strangely kind to Makina today. Because they had the Glavins meeting. Oh.
うわー、くったくった。もうお腹いっぱいなのよさ。
Oh, God. You remember what happened last time I was in a room alone with Makina? You really gobbled that down. Did you even chew before you swallowed?
つーかマキナ、あんたまだ残ってるじゃないのよ。ちゃんと全部食べなさいよ。
Okay, good. We got Mommy here, so I'm safe for the time being.
もうお腹いっぱいなのよさ。見ろ、このお腹を。
Behold!
うわ、ぽっこり。
Well, she did say she just ate a shit ton of food.
だろう、これ以上食べたらタヌキフェチにモテモテになっちゃうのよさ。
Get Suo over here. He need...
もう仕方がないな。ユージが完食させるからだよ。
Oh, so now it's my fault. Well, my bad. Damn it.
まあいいわよ。マキナ、あんたはお風呂入ってきなさい。
うんしゃ、パパ一緒に入ろう。頭洗って。
Oh, don't.
あんた、女湯にユージを連れ込む気？食器片付けるの終わったら後で私が洗ってあげるから、あんたは先に行ってなさい。
She wants Daddy to do it, damn it. She doesn't want Mommy there with her grubby hands.
うーい。
Never
ア
mind.
ヒル以外のおもちゃ持ち込んじゃダメよ。
I totally read, don't bring any other toys other than your dick. That would have been really, that would have been a twist. And all you would have been like, ha! Get fucked! And I've been like, no! What has happened to me?
まったく、こんなに残してもったいない。
With a remorseful sigh, Amane begins to tidy up the tableware in a vaguely motherly manner. Every few seconds, she absent-mindedly grabs a little of Makina's leftover food and tosses it in her mouth. Now I get it.
ん？何が？
That oversized body of yours. Makina's leftovers are clearly to blame.
あれ？私食べてた？
You just had to stick shit in your mouth, like you can't stop it. Completely unconscious, huh? No wonder you ended up that way.
ああ、いや、私ってさ、食べ物を残すのってどうしても許せなくて。
I do too. It's not, and stop. She's curvy, okay? Leave her alone. Pfft. Nothing to be ashamed of. But given that, you sure let Makina off the hook awfully easy today. Normally, Amine'd force the girl to finish her food, even if it meant enduring hours of begging and whining. But for some reason, every last one of you people seems to have been going soft on Makina today. Did something happen while I wasn't around?
不器用な子が多いからな。何かあったってわけじゃないんだけど、まあ、あったのかな。あんたとマキナがそういう関係になったってことで、今日の放課後に賛成か否かってみんなで話し合ったのよ。
Well, at least she was honest and actually said that instead of, not saying anything. Ah, so that's why you all vanished abruptly.
まあね。で、話し合いの結果はおおむね賛成ってことで、みんなで生ぬるく見守ることが決まったのよ。
Lukewarm semi-tenderness. Well, I don't know how I feel about that one. That more or less part bothers me a little, but everyone approved?
こういうことに慣れてない子たちばっかりだからね。どう対処していいのかわからないってのが正直なところなんじゃないかな。とりあえず邪魔してやろうって考えているような子はいないよ。
Oh no, there were some of you that were thinking about it. No kidding? There's something to be grateful for.
ユージはさ、マキナのために頑張るって決めたんでしょ。だったら誰も邪魔なんかしないよ。
Well, I'm gonna try. I see.
男が一旦こうと決めたなら簡単に投げ出すんじゃないぞ。わかった？
Guns. I remember those in the war. The blaring sound of... I mean, I'll bear that in mind. With that, the conversation ceases, and I simply watch Amine from behind as she quietly cleans the dishes. From far away, there's a piercing sound of a siren. Incidentally, beads of cold sweat form on my brow. With an odd sense of detachment, I find myself reflecting on my newfound devotion to something other than the national interest. A dog raised for his country trying to accomplish something of its own free will? Hard to imagine that can amount to anything much. But I suppose it has to be more meaningful than getting some cheap metal pinned on your collar. For some reason, the burning wave of nausea seems to recede a little more easily than usual. Oh boy, what are we doing now? In all things, the fundamentals are what matter most, followed closely by experience. Or so my master used to tell me. When the shit really hits the fan and you're lying face down in the mud, already about to give up, your fundamental physical strength and the mental toughness you've gained on the battlefield are what allow you to pull yourself up again and struggle forward. Guess her way of thinking must have rubbed off on me at some point. Used to absolutely hate that brutal exercise routine she imposed on me, but now I feel downright uneasy if I miss even a single day. Oh, is this the training regimen with Makina? Hearing a vaguely dopey cry of distress from behind, I slow to a halt and look down the road. Sachi's jogging sluggishly toward me with one arm wrapped around Makina's shoulder, practically dragging the girl along. If you want to be part of this, I don't think this is gonna... in between gasps of breath, the maid morosely mumbles, although we're 3 laps behind. Meanwhile, Makina collapses to her hands and knees, whimpering pitifully.
気持ち悪い。朝っぱらからいきなり走るのはきついのよ。横っ腹が痛い。
You know what's funny, Makina? I do this every single day. Crack of dawn. Clutching her twitching stomach and moaning like an out-of-tune trombone, Makina stares up at me with eyes full of bitter reproach. But she's the one who declared a war on blubber and demanded to tag along with me for running that from now on. Don't see how she has anyone to blame but herself.
いきなり5キロはさすがに無理がありましたね。
I didn't say you could just go at your own pace. Was it? As someone who runs a full 16 kilometers every single morning, 5 seemed like a pretty generous concession on my part. Well, the routine was even tougher back in my old school. We'd all get drummed out of bed at 6 in the morning and gather in front of the dorm for roll call, followed by the sprint to the warehouse to receive a 3.5 kilogram weight, which we would proceed to lug around for the duration of a mandatory 16 burp kilometer run. And when eager to ditch our aggravating burdens, we finally caught sight of the exercise ground designated as our goal. The relief would often only last a moment. When the squad leader was in a bad mood, he'd instantly bellow out, "Right face!" to send us back to the dorm, still carrying the damn weights. More often than not, there'd be another "right face" waiting for us when we got there. On top of all that, every time he randomly blew his shrill little whistle, we were expected to break into an all-out sprint, so it was near impossible to pace ourselves. On the other hand, I guess that's not really a reasonable standard of comparison. Nothing! You're right. Let's focus on getting you two able to run a single decent lap around the school. It's only 3.2 kilometers or so.
ですね。まずはそれぐらいを目指しましょう。
You gotta work up to the 16. You fucking crazy person.
あまねみたいなパーフェクトボディを目指して頑張るのよさ。
See, that's what you need to. That's what you need to aspire to, Makina. Well, I'd have a hard time calling Amine perfect in terms of body fat percentage, but whatever. No, she's. I actually, honestly, I'd say Yumiko's probably perfect in terms of body, but like, she's got the meat where it matters. For starters, how about wearing some vaguely appropriate clothing? You should have at least thrown on sneakers and a t-shirt or sweatshirt or something.
だってパパは軽く走るって言ったのよさ。
Nope. Even so, casual clothes and boots aren't exercise gear. On top of which, you haven't shined those boots lately, have you? Missy? I should be able to see my face in those things. If this was my old school, you'd be doing 200 push-ups right now.
ああ、それはボロい方がかっこいいってあまねさんが言ってましたので、わざと磨いていないんですよ。
Ah, so it's all Amine's doing. Yeah. Well, I'm not actually surprised in the least. Well, not that you're any better. Still a maid uniform as always.
はい、これは運動用のメイド服です。
How?
速乾性に優れた特許技術、ウルトラドライマックス素材でできていて、気化熱の作用によって体温の上昇を素早く緩和してくれるのです。
When did you make this?
コンセプトは裸より涼しいだそうです。
I don't understand, Sachi. Tell me something, Sachi. Just how many different maid uniforms do you own? That was just what I was about to ask.
そうですね。通常用のインターメディエイト、運動用のアクティブ、夏季略装のトロピカル、冬季寒冷地仕様のヘビーゾーンに。
The funny thing is, they all look the same too.
ボート鎮圧用のアサルト、医療従事用の白いメイド服のメディック、冠婚葬祭および慰霊式典参加用のコンサバティブの計7種類があります。
These last ones were very, I mean, they were all very specific, but... Wait. What was that? Counterinsurgency?
はい、何でも強化アラミド繊維で縫製されているそうで、試したことはありませんが、9ミリ程度の銃弾なら苦もなく受け止める上に、かねてより弱点として指摘されていた鋭利な刃物による刺突にも対応した新素材を採用したそうですよ。
Mother of God. Where can I get this maid uniform? And you think Sachi would give us a maid uniform if we asked? What kind of battle maid would need a uniform like that? I mean, where did you even buy that thing?
それは 私が特注で作らせたのよさ。
What do you mean you? You? Why?
いえ、最初はネット通販でメイド服を買おうとしてたんですけれど、1万円で売られているものもあれば18万円もするものもあって、お値段がピンキリでして。
I still don't think 10,000 yen's cheap. That's still that's still like $100, alright?
んでね、どれ買えばいいかわかんねえっつうから、迷った時はいっちゃいいの買っときゃいいんじゃねってことでね。
Because apparently the most expensive one is the best one.
最初はユミちゃんちの出入り業者に頼んだんだけど、そのなんつうの、
榊さんの家の家政婦さんはメイド服ではなくて喫茶店のウェイトレスさんの服のようなものを採用されていまして、業者の方もメイド服は作ったことがないとおっしゃられまして。
で仕方ないから私の家の知り合いのアパレル業者にオーダーで一式作ってもらったのよさ。
ところがその発注した業者というのがフライトジャケットや腕時計なんかを作って軍に納入している業者でして。
Thus the creation of this battle-made uniform. So all of a sudden you ended up with a bunch of mil-spec made uniforms, huh?
そういうことなのよさ。アサルト装備にはバイオテロにも対応可能なガスマスクもセットになってて、とってもお得なのよ。
I mean, maybe we'll need that one day, but not right now. And when is she gonna use that exactly?
コンタミネーションレベル8以上の大気汚染度の高いおトイレなどを掃除するときに大活躍します。
God damn, is it that bad, Sachi? I didn't know we left the bathrooms that bad. A gas mask, huh? I remember getting drilled on putting those things on quickly back in my old school. Guess it was back in middle school when they started that? Oh. I remember clumsily pulling an M40 over my face, then being forced to run a marathon with it on. Pretty rough, even by their standards. Even after returning to Japan, I trained numerous times with a Model 4 protective mask. Usually this involved rushing into a tent full of insecticide fumes. The instructor would bellow, "Situation gas!" and we fumbled to get our masks out of the waist pockets and onto our face in less than 8 seconds. Or less. I'm not picky. Not the most exciting training, but simple skills like that can easily make the difference between life and death in the field. For the Empire. After ejecting the gas inside the mask and confirming an alright seal, we'd pair off with a buddy and make sure theirs were sealed on properly. At this point, it's kind of a fond memory.
甚だ失礼かとは存じますが、一つ立ち入った質問をしてもよろしいでしょうか。
Go ahead. I'm an open book sometimes. What do you want to know?
風見さんが以前在籍していらした学校とは一体どのような学校なのでしょうか。
Oh, well, I don't,
それは私も前々から気になってたのよさ。
You see, I think that's a story for another day. What kind of place? Kind of tricky question. But let's see. I put a hand on my chin and considered the matter, turning my eyes away from Sachi's curious gaze. I was what they call a self-supporting student. I was already working at a middle school age, but since I was still in the compulsory educational period, my employer was kind enough to send me to school at night. That employer I mentioned was an international enterprise with its headquarters in the States, so naturally the school they'd pay for me to attend was American as well. I spent the first half of junior high in San Diego, California. I've been there! Then, for the latter half, I moved to Quintico, Virginia. When they finally decided to ship me back to the Japanese branch, I ended up getting transferred to yet another school over here. Hell of a transition, actually. Nothing at all like how things were in America. Less of a pain in the ass, in that people weren't inviting me to barbecues every weekend. Do we do that? But you can really see the difference in how seriously the students approached it.
具体的にはどのように違ったのでしょうか？
Man, I haven't had a good barbecue in a long time. Not easy to explain, but maybe this will give you the general idea. In America, the whole point was training us to be useful in the field, where Japan was all about training us to pass the tests, you see. Basically, in Japan, the inspections were the only thing anybody ever cared about.
検閲
I like how Makina just says normal words, but in her own way, like me. There's something like a test. If it wasn't on the test, they really didn't give a shit. They'd give us a little hands-on experience, but rarely bothered to explain what we were supposed to be learning. At worst, they taught us outright nonsense. About the only things America and Japan had in common were the crew cuts and the shitty food.
それは何と言いますか、お勤めご苦労様です。
No problem. I'm awesome. Well, it's not like I actually was in the service or anything.
でも普通の学校じゃないよね。
That is far from being normal. I've been feeling a little unsure about our point of reference in that area for a while now. Mind if I ask you two something as well?
どうぞ。
Is this, Mihama Academy of ours a normal school? Nope!
なんて答えにくいことを聞くんだよ、パパ。
Not normal at all, is it? Well, if the question seems awkward, I guess the answer's clear enough.
こういった表現が正しいのかどうかは分かりませんが、私たちが普通に通えている時点でもう普通からは大きく逸脱しているような気もします。
そもそも普通の子は入学してこないのよさ。
She says exactly, like with eggs. Oh my god. So you're actually aware you're not normal, huh?
そりゃそうよ。それに私が普通の子じゃないからパパはパパになってくれたんでしょ。
I was like, the fact that that is the case, it should tell me that nothing's normal. Dots. Guess you might be right about that one. It's largely because of Makina's overwhelming, this kid's hopeless aura that I developed my initial interest in her. The more we talked, the more I realized just how badly she needed someone to set her straight. And in time, her sheer, cheerful obliviousness inspired an uneasy variety of protective feelings. What's this girl going to do without me around? Didn't exactly have myself down as the nurturing type, but maybe the way I've had defending the nation beaten into my bones is part of the reason I felt the need to protect this carefree, air-headed creature. But that doesn't mean you could just sit back and rely on me. True safety is only possible through accurate situational awareness, moderate caution, and readiness to defend yourself when push comes to shove. Sure, plenty of people sit back and take the protection of others for granted. Easy enough to become a spectator to your own life, throwing tomatoes and booing when things go wrong. But we're going to take a different approach. While protecting you, I'll shape you into a woman with the skill and confidence to solve even the most difficult problems on your own. No whining. If you want to call yourself my daughter, then you're going to become the best of the best. Bear that in mind. Bear in mind that your failure is my shame. Do I make myself clear? If you understand, then respond. Alright then, let's start with 30 sit-ups. Got hyped up instantly. Roger, Kamine, shutting down. Your ranger is Shiru's buddy. Assist her.
Ranger!
Assist her! Get on the ground! After spreading out a mat on the ground, Makina plucks herself down on their back and bends her knees. Sachi quickly kneels down to hold her ankles steady. Her eyes burning with determination, the girl links her hands behind her head and attempts her first sit-up, but... Instant failure. Despite several seconds of intense effort, she only succeeds in wriggling around on the ground impotently. Eventually, the girl releases her head and reaches both trembling arms straight out towards Sachi, but this too proves ineffective at getting her upper body off the ground.
マキちゃん、しっかり。まだ一回もできてないよ。
You haven't even done anything yet! God damn it. What's all this then? Were my instructions unclear? I didn't tell you to practice your telekinesis, did I? Let's see a damn sit-up already! Show me what you got! I think she broke herself.
1ミリも動いてませんね。それに今、ブゴって言いました。
Well, she's dead. Gotta get a new recruit. Don't really care about that, but Makina, you can't even manage a single sit-up? Guess I shouldn't be surprised, but seriously.
現代っ子なんてこんなものなのよさ。
Man, even I can do sit-ups. Sit-ups are like my easy thing. That really how it is?
自分はできるでありますよ。
Well, thanks for the information. In that case, let's have you show us how it's done. Makina, switch places with Sachi.
うい。
After a little more squirming around, Makina pushes herself up off the ground and switches places with Sachi.
何回ぐらいやればよろしいでありますか？
How about 30 for starters? Shout hoo-ah from the pit of your stomach on the way up. Helps focus your body on working the abdominal muscles.
わかりました。では始めるであります。
Is that how it works?
レンジャー、レンジャー、レンジャー。
Damn, she's going all out already. Oh. Sachi repeats her sit-ups with a remarkably regular rhythm of a wind-up toy. It'd be insulting to even compare this effort to Makina's, but even by more general standards, it's quite the respectable pace for a young woman. Keep this up for about 300 reps, and she'd be right up there with your average WAC girl. But my admiration proves short-lived. After passing 20, Sachi's pace begins to slow a lot.
レンジャー、レンジャー。
She's still going. I gotta give her props for that. What's wrong? Run out of momentum already? Some maid you are! Is this all your devotion to your master amounts to? Don't disillusion me. Show me some guts, damn it! Guts! As my abuse rains down from above, Sachi bites her lower lip fiercely.
Suck chop! Suck chop! Beat chop!
You're a Jap yourself, you know?
それにビッチは甘ねえなのよさ。
That's true. She is a bitch in heat. Okay, that does it. Go have Omni give you a nice hard punch on the double.
なんでだよ。
Because I said so. Is this girl under the impression that the term bitch means something along the lines of sexy and cool?
30回終わりました。レンジャー。
There we go. Alright. Not exactly earning your salary, but a respectable effort. At the very least, it's 30 better than a certain doughy little pastry face managed.
ひでえ言われようだな。
I'm a pastry face. Why are you laughing? You do understand I'm talking about you, right? I knew that most of our students were indoor types, but to be honest, I hadn't imagined things would be quite this bad. Now that I'm planning to start running my mouth about how soft kids these are these days, especially considering I'm still in that category myself, but...
マキちゃんの場合、入院生活が長かったこともありますし、まずは人並みの体力を取り戻すところから始めるのがよろしいかと。
Instead of just throwing her to the dogs? Probably. You have a point. In that case, I guess strengthening the cardiovascular system comes first.
おう、任せろ。こう見えてもハートが強いってよく言われるのよさ。
God, I hope so. That way we don't have to worry about you dying from a heart problem later on and kill my soul like Machiru's will, I know. I think they're probably just trying to find a nice way to say completely brazen, but whatever. Well, anyway, let's go with some light cardio. No reason to stress those flimsy little joints, so I'm thinking biking would be the best choice. Of course, I don't plan to have the girl push herself up between two desks and pedal the empty air, so we're going to need an appropriate bike. Sachi!
自転車でしたら私が持ってますよ。
Damn right you do. Is it small enough for Makina to use as brain Makina use as well?
はい、ミニベロと呼ばれる小径車なので、マキちゃんでも大丈夫かと。折りたたみもできて、とっても可愛らしい自転車なので、きっとマキちゃんにお似合いです。
ああ、あれな、メイド服にセットでついてきたやつな。
Oh yeah, that came with one of the bundle maid sets? A maid uniform and a bike set?
はい、なんでもパラシュート降下時に胸の前に爆体で固定して使用するそうで、敵地での偵察任務において抜群の機動力を発揮することができるとの触れ込みです。
Oh, good thing we won't be using it for that purpose, I guess. Okay, is this designer a little off in the head or something? Just what kind of hellish environments are these maids supposed to be working in?
風見さんは前時代的です。メイドが給仕だけしていればいい時代はとっくに終わったんですよ。
But when you look at a maid, you don't see them paradropping or shooting or, I mean, maybe sometimes. As far as I knew, we hadn't yet reached the age in which maids are expected to suppress insurgents or perform solo recon missions behind enemy lines. Did something happen to Japan while I was away? Well, whatever. In any case, Makina, let's get you started with some aerobic exercises with the bike.
自転車乗ったことない。
Well, if you've never ridden a bike before, you're gonna learn, and it's not actually as hard as you think. Cause once you start riding the bike, then you're fine. Say what now?
だから私自転車に乗ったことないのよさ。運転手さんいたし、車があったから乗る必要とかなかったし、誰も乗り方教えてくれなかったしな。
Oh, we'll have to rectify that. Once you learn how to ride a bike, you'll never forget. It's pretty great. Uh-huh. It's extremely easy to forget when you're looking at this stumpy little dough face, but come to think of it, Makina is technically a little miss. Now, really, not really that surprising that she wasn't biking around all over the place. Guess we'll have to start teaching you teaching you to ride then. As I massage the corner of my eyes, Makina thrusts her right hand into the...
気長に行こうぜ。
Into the what? Into the what? I'm lost! The air, the sky, my face, in the wall, what? Yeah, there's not exactly any other choice.
自転車に乗れるようになったら、次はパラシュート効果ですね。
Somehow, I don't think she'll be needing that particular skill. I may have become Makina's father, but that doesn't mean much of anything has changed. The one noticeable difference is that now she's calling me Papa, which is still a little weird. A little embarrassing on the receiving end, but that's nothing new. Oni-chan felt just as ticklish. I don't know, Papa to me feels a little too... I don't know.